Okay, we're live.
Whoops. Microphone's not on. I am late. I took some NyQuil last night just to comfort my future wife. She is mad because I look at my phone too much. Okay, thank you. You like that song?
Nice one, baby.
Huh?
I said nice one, baby.
Yeah, I got in trouble last night, you guys. I think it's the first time I was ever in trouble.
Oh, I was like, you're talking to no one, but Thomas is here. What up?
It might be for the best that I'm talking to no one. But Rumblebean is in trouble, and he doesn't know it because he doesn't care. But Rumblebean stayed in the room last night. Usually he doesn't do that because he's out with the ladies' man. And yeah, Jules was trash from Vegas and thinking she was getting sick, and I was like, oh no. And I'm like, the greatest thing to me about getting sick is NyQuil. It's the new, what? $5, Thomas, into his house. What's up, straight away? I don't know about my mustache, Thomas. I fucking shaved I shaved my beard, and I was going to make my mustache go all the way down here, and I'm not good with it. I missed a bit, and I was like, oh no. And now I have this thing, and I don't really like it, and I really liked my beard. I don't look good without a beard.
Well, just shave the bottom parts off, maybe. Just keep
I know my mustache is out of control. Maybe trim it, or maybe, what do you think? Tell me what you guys think. What do you think?
Tell us what you think in the chat.
But, yeah, Rumblebean stayed. I don't know. I think he was like, he could tell we were pretty run down, so he actually, like, curled up and went to bed with us eventually after, his little rumble that he has to do. But then at 6 a.m.
Yeah, how did he get out?
He did a burnout on my head and went meow.
Oh.
He went meow and then ejected himself off my face.
Nice.
So I hear the meow in my ear because he's on my head and I'm not awake. And then he did a booster leap off my actual head to wake me up. So it was... And then when I woke up, he was at the door like meow, and I was like, okay, yeah. But I guess, if you're a Rumblebean and you can't speak English, how do you get...
burnout on someone's head?
I mean, how else do you wake me up, And who knows? Maybe he was trying something else that was like a little bit more gentle and I was not listening. But...
Oh, cheep.
He did it. He got me up. And he didn't pee in the bedroom, so that's really all that matters. But the Rumblebean board that Jules has made, I want it. I don't want to sell it. It's so good. I should have brought it in.
Want me to go get it?
Yeah, it's truly amazing. This guy's pretty happy about me being awake. But anyway, I took NyQuil last night because I was tired. Fell asleep in the middle of the day. So this is a board that I actually skated. I actually like this board a lot. Booney's board. And then it got turned into this. The Rumblebean 5000. And as you can see, this is...
Rumble board.
The Rumble board is quite the board. I really like this board. Look, Rumblebean, it's you. Ew. It's a Rumblebean board. Ew. Sometimes I don't know if Rumblebean realizes we're broadcasting. I don't know. But yeah, you know, 8 hours is pretty hard to get from me. If I do 8 hours, I'm pretty trashed. But if I take NyQuil, I get 8 hours. And I know there's like sleep doctors and stuff. It's like, you know, one time you get 8 hours. It's not really enough. You're supposed to get 8 hours every night, which is, I don't know. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying I don't want to do that. I'm just saying I can't do that.
I mean, I cannot function if I don't get at least like 7.
Yeah, I think you displayed that last night. Because she was like, I feel sick.
I was about to be so depressed if I was going to get sick again.
Right.
I hate being sick.
Yes, you were about to get depressed.
I know. I was already depressed.
You spiraled.
I was spiraling.
And you
sure.
blamed me.
I didn't blame you. Maybe.
You kind of threw it at me pretty hard. Well, I've just woken up myself, and now you're watching Horse Force, Jules and Jason's first argument. Because last night, I was like, I laughed at it. Because I was like, wait, what? What did I do? And she was like, you're on your phone all the time. And I'm like, wait, I was watching a movie on the couch. And then Jules was really upset, and I knew she was sick. I was like, go to bed. Take NyQuil and go to bed. Like, that's kind of honestly, after the last time I got sick, Mitchburg.
$9.99. Here, I'm going to turn the singing mic on.
Mitch is a man. $9.99. That's a weird thing that people charge in the world. What's up with the 99? Does YouTube get that? I don't. What? What's up with the 99-cent store? That place is crap. It really is crap.
Everything in the 99-cent store is not 99 cents, by the way.
What's up with that? I'm sick of these lies. Everything's an illusion. It's a lie. It's just constant lies. Everyone's just constantly lying. Come to the 99-cent store and buy something for... What's the most expensive thing in the 99-cent store?
I mean, I haven't been there in forever, but...
Like $10?
Maybe, yeah.
That's insane.
They have like groceries and stuff in there. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. This is a rubber bean.
But yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm in competition with your phone.
Oh, we're really gonna...
But it's okay. I love you.
Well...
I get it.
Maybe I'll use a notepad more.
For what?
Because I'm writing jokes or fixing my jokes that I've written. Sometimes I have jokes and they're not really jokes. They're just like a thing, and I'm like, well, you know, later on I'll figure out how to make it funny. But like last night I wrote down, because I'm so busy. Oh yeah, so I wrote this Russell Crowe joke accidentally because somebody said, I think it was in Canada, somebody said something about who's somebody famous you met, or I can't remember how it went. Either they brought up Russell Crowe or they said, who's the first celebrity you met? And I think it was something like that. But I met Russell Crowe at the Viper Room. I know some of you are too young to know the Viper Room. Wait, is the Viper Room still the Viper Room?
I think so.
Okay, well then shut up. Everybody knows the Viper Room. But
It might be gone. I think they may have taken it away.
There was a time, the Viper Room, when I was a kid. I didn't go. I just heard because what's his name died out the front.
Who?
The Joker's brother.
Oh, right. River Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, River Phoenix was this big star, right? And he died out front of the Viper Room. which just made me realize I feel like that made the Viper Room so much cooler. Like everybody knew the Viper Room because of that. I mean, I think that's how I found out. But I went to the Viper Room with my girlfriend from Australia. She's Australian. And we knew who Russell Crowe was, but we only knew him as Hando. Because he was Hando in this movie, Romper Stomper. Has anybody seen Romper Stomper? It's a pretty good movie. But then again, I watched that movie 20 years ago. Maybe it's stupid. But I think it's good. I still think it holds up. But it's a movie about skinheads in Melbourne, where I'm from. So like the first scene is Richmond train station. That's a train station that I used to catch a train at all the time. So when you're a kid and you watch a movie and you got to take into account you're Australian, there's a movie, it's just all movies are Hollywood. And this movie has my train station in it. So you're like, oh, that's me train station, mate. Like, so it makes it cooler, you know? You're like attached to it a little bit. It'd be kind of like, well, maybe not, because I just realized LA people, they're like, hey, that's, you know, Santa Monica Boulevard. Everybody's got a movie with Santa Monica Boulevard in it. It's not that big of a deal. But Richmond train station in a movie is a big deal. So I think that might have made us like it more.
Hey, David.
Cheer. Big Dave. How you like me now? Dave's got a big hole. He drops logs in the toilet bowl. Oh, no. That one hit the side. Okay, that's not cool. I've been awake for like 7 minutes. My rap career might have just ended right there. But I'm glad Jules liked it. That's really all I'm going for here. Remember, B, did you like that? Yeah, you like hip hop. Yeah, so the Viper Room has it at the time. It didn't have a line. It had a square where security are in the square and the rest of the crowd is out of the square, and the security pick people they think is cool to be allowed in the club. So there's no line. There's no like one couple gets in, then the next couple. They just straight up pick people, and they also straight up don't pick people. So you can just stand there like a douche and get denied because security doesn't think you're cool. That's it. So we're young. I had hair. My chick was like a penthouse pet. She was hot. So I was like, we'll probably get picked, you know? So let's just stand there. And I'm standing there and I look over and Russell Crowe is standing there. And this is when Russell Crowe was not a large man. He was an in-shape man. But he was also, you in America did not know who Russell Crowe was. There was no Gladiator. There was no whatever he did first. What did he do first in America that made him big? Was it Gladiator?
Yeah, maybe Gladiator. I think, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, that's crazy. There's got to be something else he did that wasn't as successful that made us.
Let me see.
Huh?
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, because I don't know what happened there, but I know I've told this
The
story.
Quick and the Dead. It's like a Western movie in 1995.
Oh, yeah. And that's got the most famous actors. That's got Sharon Stone. It's got what's his name before he, like the biggest actor in the world. What's a good-looking guy's name where he goes
Brad
out with
Pitt?
you? Huh?
Brad Pitt?
Nah, the other guy. He only dates young people.
That's so many people.
The Scorsese guy. He's the bear hunting guy. He's like the most famous actor in the world. He's the most successful actor right now. Like, if you see him, you're like, whoa, that's the most famous Hollywood actor.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, thank you, James. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he only dates girls up until they're 25, and then he dumps them.
Right, and he's as old as me. So anyway, he's there. Not Leonardo. Russell Crowe's there, and I see him, and I go, "Oh, whoa!" And I tell my chick, I'm like, "Hando's here," because we don't know who he is. You know, like he's not Russell Crowe yet. I just know him as Hando, who is a skinhead in this movie, and he's the star. And he's spoiler alert, he's a bad guy in the movie. He's a bad guy. It's a good movie. I'm gonna watch it today. Cause I got a whole day to do nothing. Hell yeah. Well, I bet you can't get it. Anyway, he's a very intimidating man in this movie. And he comes over to me and he goes, "How's it going?" And I'm like, "Holy crap." Like, what? And he's like, "Are you from Australia?" And I go, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And he's like, "Only Australians look at me like that. Because he's not Russell Crowe yet." And then he starts hanging out with us. He's like, "I can get you guys in if you want." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So now Hando has got me and my chick in the Viper room. And then he proceeds to like hit on my chick until we have to walk off. Because I'm like, "Dude, you can't, I get it. You're Hando, but that's my girlfriend. Like, we're not, I don't know how it works for you, but that's not how it's going to work." But I told that story about how I met him and then, how now he's the gladiator, which we all love and respect. And then later on, he gets to be a drinker. I mean, I guess he was always a drinker, but he became very good at drinking or eating. I don't know what it was, but he got big. I always trip out on that, But also, I guess he does come across as a guy that doesn't care about the baloney. Huh?
Is he married?
I don't know. I think so. I believe he's a family man because I keep hearing the Mrs. Irwin, how he was a huge supporter when Steve Irwin died. How he was there to help the family, and he was like helping her keep it together and big supporter of the kids. Like he kind of stepped in and became a bit of a father figure to them, which is really cool, But
he's not married. He has a girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
He was married, but he has a girlfriend.
Oh.
He's not very good looking anymore.
Right. Well, but that, it's a weird thing where it's like he's not that good looking anymore, but it's like good looking. So, like if you really understand what's important in life, is being good looking important?
Yes.
Right, I agree. But that's because you and I have some work to do. That's what that means. But I don't know. Look, if it's not that important to look good, look, I'm obviously getting older. I don't look as good as I used to look, and I'm okay with that. And was there an adjustment? I can barely remember it, but yes, there was. I think going bald, there was an adjustment. I really liked my hair. I had great hair, and I was like, nah, and I know people were like, "Jason used to be so hot, now he's bald." No one said it to my face, but I know they did it. I know they did. But getting back to the Crow. So Russell Crowe, he played, so I was writing down this stuff, he played a Nazi, and then he was famous in America for being he was very intimidating as a Nazi, and then he became famous in America for being a gladiator. Still very intimidating. He was very intimidating in that movie. And then out of nowhere, it seemed, he kind of disappeared, and he comes back doing some acting as a very large man. And recently, he's kind of popped off as a large man who is... This is the craziest thing, dude. He's in 2 movies right now. One, he's a priest, and he performs exorcisms. And that's the one that I saw a while back where at one point he's on a scooter It's a Ferrari scooter, which is pretty cool, but it's still a scooter, and he's a very large man, and he has to drive the scooter up this windy road in the movie. And I'm like, why would you do that to him? You know? He's like Hollywood royalty, and he's large. Let's put him on something that doesn't expose that the scooter is like, really? Like, if it wasn't a Ferrari one, I don't think it would have made it up. But the other part is he's a very large man. He's still intimidating. He's still scary. He's in that movie, the road rage movie. You see the lady cuts him off, and then he follows her around, and like kills people. He's
I want to watch that. What's it called?
I don't know, but he's scary in it. He's very scary because I think he's like very prone to anger. I've also seen interviews where he bought a rugby club, and he would go to the pub that he owned with the rugby club, and they'd fight. He'd have fist fights with people. Russell Crowe would have fist fights. Him and the rugby team would beat up other people. Russell Crowe. So he's a very angry man, which could say something about divorce.
I want to watch the rest of that movie from last night. The Whale.
What movie?
The Whale.
Yes.
It's sad though.
Huh?
It's kind of sad.
It is kind of sad, but it's also because you love life so much, Juliet.
I do.
When you get to a certain point, the end seems like it could almost be good.
Damn.
And if you're 500 pounds and you sit on the couch by yourself in the dark every day, I could see how I'd be like, well, just do it, you know? I wouldn't want to live. So I wrote down that, and then I wrote, I questioned the director how to make Russell Crowe ride a scooter. He is, but then, so then he's in another movie right after the one where he's a priest, where he's a failed actor who's got a script where he's a priest, and then he gets possessed. So and in the first movie where he's a priest and he performs an exorcism, it goes in him there too. He's possessed twice as a priest. One he's acting as a priest, and one he is a priest. Back to back, fat priest movies. It's weird, right? Like, what's his deal? You're Russell Crowe. You can pick and choose. You're like, yeah, I want to be a fat priest and perform exorcisms, and then I want to be an actor who is acting as a priest. I think he might have been a priest before, but maybe it's a sequel. I don't know. Why? I don't know. Does anybody really want to be a possessed priest?
That was one of my childhood dreams, actually.
To be a priest?
Yeah.
Really?
A possessed priest.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. You know, I worked with a guy at my dad's electronics store, Ellis. Man, what was his name? Bruce? I think it was Bruce. And he, at one point, he was a retired monk.
Whoa.
And
Where was he a monk in?
Bruce Lynch. Barry Lynch. Lynch was his last name. And he had a big mustache, long hair. He reminded me of the bass player of man, it's kind of a guessing show, this show, because everyone has to help me. Who's the movie of the fake band? Hello Cleveland. He wrote this.
The fake band? The one we just watched?
Yeah.
Spinal
Tap. Dennis Lynch, that was his name. Dennis Lynch reminded me of the bass player of Spinal Tap. And he used to be a monk. And Dennis Lynch became my friend at Ellistronics. And we would go to lunch, and Dennis Lynch, he talked like that. And Dennis Lynch used to drink on lunch breaks with me. And I did not drink. I did drink, but I didn't drink at work because I was not completely written off yet. but Dennis Lynch used to drink with the son of the owner of the electronics store every day. And he would say gross things. Like, he was a gross, rude guy.
Wait, the monk guy?
Yeah. So he was a monk, and then he worked in an electronics store where he was clearly an alcoholic. And, I think my dad fired him because it was just, he was not he wasn't good at his job. But it was back when I was probably like 17 or something. So I didn't know. I liked him. I thought he was cool. He was funny. He made funny jokes and stuff. But he was very rude and horny.
Too horny to be a monk.
Yeah, I don't know. I never, I was like, a monk, really? Like, you didn't talk? And he was like, nope. And it was like every day that I'd ask him a question, but I don't remember the answer. But he just seemed like, out of everybody that I worked with in the electronics store, he seemed like the last person that would be a monk. You know what I mean? Like, he was like the grossest drinking. I mean, even back then, we're talking about the 80s. You don't get hammered at work with the boss's son. Like, the boss's son could tell the boss. I never did. Maybe that was his game. He knew if he buddied up. I don't believe that. I believe Dennis Lynch and Jason Ellis were buds. That's what I believe. I don't believe I was being used. But he was creepy. And I didn't really catch on that much of how that went.
So, are you ready for the interesting horse fact of the day?
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, welcome to Horse Force.
Welcome.
Newborns,
Horses,
that are called foals, can stand and walk within a few hours of birth and can run within a day. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've said something.
We're so weak.
I've said something like that along those lines. We're so useless. Think about that.
It takes a whole year for us to walk.
Deer can do that too.
That's crazy.
Deer just pop out and run off. And what do? Just a bag of tard. Like, how long would seriously, drop a baby on the ground out of your box and walk off and see how well that does. There's no baby that would ever live. Right?
No, you need to feed the baby.
Yeah. Wait. A foal gets milk from the horse's titties, right?
I don't know. Let me look that up.
I've seen a horse with titties.
You've seen a horse with titties?
Yeah, like a cow looking thing. What up, Elliot? What up, Icy Bird? So it's Sunday, and Rob Dyrdek, obviously in my dreams yesterday, said I'm doing a show 7 days a week. And then I was up late, and I didn't wake up until 9, so I'm here at 9:30. So I think I'm going to change weekdays 8:30, and then weekends 9:30, because I'm doing shows.
Saturdays are special. You can't do 9:30.
Saturdays is for the boys. I don't know what that is. Wolves will just show up and raise the kid. Well, no, that's if I'm born. Not every baby will get that. Yeah, but it does make us pretty useless, But also nurturing, because that shows you, we need to be nurtured more than any other species. And there's more of us than there are of any of everybody, right? Who's the most of something? Like ants?
Well done.
Like, who's the most? Who's running this?
Like, which species?
Yeah. And you can't do power to weight ratio. It's just how many ants is there? Because I know someone said if spiders all decided to go berserk mode, that we'd all be dead in like an hour. Because there's more spiders than anything. Also, I do not believe that
it's like a bacteria. It's not even in.
Oh, that doesn't. Yeah, fungi doesn't count. You guys are gay.
Insects are the most abundant animal group with over 1 million documented species. Ants are the most abundant land animal with an estimated 20 quadrillion individuals on Earth.
There you go. Quadrillion.
Whoa.
You win. When you start talking quadrillion, we lose. And you can't say more fish than people. We're talking about what kind of fish. You know? Like, how many yellowtails is there? I'm not counting all fish. That's cheating. All great white sharks. How many compared to humans?
Hold on.
Because I don't think it's the same as, like, you know, because we're not. I disagree. You know, that we're all, you know, black, Asian. We're people. We're all humans. We're all. Baby comes out. We nurture it. You know.
What was that movie we watched with the sharks? That was good.
I really like that
The
movie.
Murderer.
Yeah.
What was it called? If we figure that out, you guys should watch it.
Yeah, it's a new movie where a Australian guy steals people and he gets them, he films them getting eaten on a boat.
Oh, wow.
It's fun.
There are an estimated 3,000 to 10,000 great white sharks in the world compared to over 8 billion humans.
Yeah, not a chance.
It's not a lot.
But if all 8 billion dropped into the sea to fight those 10,000 sharks, we would lose. The sea would be red with our blood. Are you coming to the Boonies headquarters soon? I was coming to the headquarters next weekend, but I'm going to Skankfest. So the next one, December 13th, I think. I'm at the next one. I'm going to the next Boonies thing. David? The one after, because Skankfest is the same weekend. I was going, but then Lewis invited me to Skankfest, and I was like, that's work. And that's what I told Tim. I was like, if I got work, you know, a gig, then I can't come to Washington for free. It's my, you know, it's a job. Comedy comes first. You know, comedy and children.
Does anyone have like recommendations for good food in New Orleans, like a restaurant we should go to, or
Yeah.
from New Orleans?
Wait, when is that?
It's this weekend.
Oh, wow. I'm not boxing at all. I'm not doing any boxing. I don't need to do any boxing. I can beat up everybody. Yo, Ellis from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. Thank you for
Welcome back.
putting the Ontario, Canada back on it so that we don't all freak out and think that you're watching in a tornado. Wish there was more sharks. I mean, there is more sharks. It's just great whites. There's 10,000. There's also millions of other sharks, you know? You know, species of animals constantly dying? Like,
Are
constantly?
you asking me, and you're gonna?
No, I'm
tell me,
telling you.
Oh.
Also, this is Horse Force. This is a show where you do super chats or you donate to my Venmo or PayPal, Jason Ellis 41. We are raising $65 a day, thanks to because I am going to rescue our horse, and that's what this is about. Let's not get twisted. Let's not get it twisted. Let's prioritize and think about what we're doing. Also, remember, if you donate over $20, you will receive a poster signed by myself and the great Tony Hawk, greatest skateboarder of all time, ever will be. There'll never be another. That's it. He started it. Doesn't matter how good you are now, you'll never be as great as Tony Hawk. And I only have like 20 of these. And then that's it. Never again. You'll never get it again. That's it.
So krill and plankton
Yeah.
are constantly. They have high death rates.
Wait. Plankton does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because whales eat it, right?
They're constantly being consumed.
Yeah, whales eat it.
Trillions of krill may die every day.
Yeah, because whales just like swim through it
And
with their mouth open.
Flies don't live very long.
Right. That's probably for the best.
I hate flies.
Yeah. You know, there's a time in France where they were all dirty and they didn't wipe their bum, and they were just covered in insects.
Ew.
And then in Egypt, there was even worse. And then they used to pour honey on their servants, so that the insects would go to them and leave the kings alone.
Damn.
Imagine being a servant back then.
There was a period of time in London, I think it was called the Great Stink.
Mm-hmm.
It was like medieval times where the whole city just, because they didn't have plumbing, they didn't have like a sewage system yet.
Yeah.
And it was just, ugh.
You just lived in it.
Ugh, so gross.
Yeah, it says a lot about English people.
So happy that we live in this time.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Being a servant now is like being a person that works at Starbucks. Are you being dipped in honey so that the bugs go on you? Like, is it a good job? No. But is it a better job than the worst job of the 1800s? Yes. You know? What about children that used to be chimney sweepers? Because they were the only people big enough to go down the chimney. So if you were born into a poor family, they just shove you down the chimney. And kids die. They get stuck in chimneys. Imagine dying as a child stuck in a chimney. And then you die early because your whole life you were in a chimney, so you have like carbon monoxide poisoning. Or charcoal, you have some poisoning. You die. I might have made that up. But there's parts of it that it's true.
What do you think the worst job is now?
Shark dentist.
A shark dentist?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
No, but it would be bad. I think the worst job you can have now is a politician. Because you are a piece of shit. I think Ted Cruz is a piece of shit. And I think he hates his life. I think part of him hates his life. The other part is pretty pumped. But there's a part where he's like, dude. Really? Really, dude? That's what I think. We got to speed up the chats here, ladies and gentlemen. Super chats. Let's hook it up. I know, sound a little slow, but that's NyQuil. That's the NyQuil talking.
Yeah, the NyQuil slowed us down a little.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do another show later on today to redeem this show because this show is not working out.
We've got $20.99 so far.
It's not enough. Son of a gun.
What's everyone doing today? It's Sunday. Does everyone have it off? Doing anything cool?
Yeah. UFC sucked.
I need to work out.
Were you saying that because I look jacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I worked out.
What, yesterday?
Yep.
Jacuzzi workout?
It's still a workout.
I know.
I maxed out. Thank you, HCN, who is always here.
Oh, it's $19.99? Whoops.
Yep, you're adding stuff, trying to get us out of here early. I see what you're doing.
Oh my God, I can't even add.
You've done it, baby. Let's go. Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
If someone donates $65 right now, I will shave my mustache into a Hitler mustache.
Oh my God.
That scared the crap out of me. Brian's super
Thanks,
chat came up
Brian.
and I was like, please don't be 65.
Okay, I'm turning your singing mic on.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Brian McBride. He's got a lot of pride. He's a white guy pride. This is potentially becoming very racist, dude. There's something that rhymes with that, and I'm not gonna say it. Oh my God. I might be a racist. It might just be in there.
White guy pride.
And
Oh my God.
what about if I just become a racist comic?
Then we have to move to Texas.
Nah, they might not. I'm talking like really going for it, you know. And what if people would kill me?
Potentially.
Right?
Definitely wouldn't like you.
You wouldn't?
If you were a racist comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might draw the line there.
That's fair. It's a fair line.
What if I met you before I saw your stand up, and then after you did it, I was like, never mind.
Oh, I think there's a million ladies out there that would do that. I dated a girl that thought I was so funny, and then I broke up with her, and she sent me a big message about how I'm not funny. And I was like, okay.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it was like, I don't know why it doesn't. You don't have to say I'm funny, you know. Like I've already boned you, you know. And then when I was like, I don't want to continue this relationship because this was back when I was getting
Never
grounded.
mind. You're not funny.
Yeah, and when I said you're funny, I lied. You're not funny at all. You're basic blah blah blah. I don't know what it was. It was a bunch of stuff. It was so long that I stopped reading it. I was just like, because it was so long that I was like, oh, I got lucky. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that it wasn't going to work out, but I didn't know it wasn't going to work out that much. You know, like when I was like, you are crazy. I knew you were crazy, but it was back when I was still. See, that's the thing, man. You don't realize it. You know, you talk bad about yourself. Bruce Lee says never talk bad about yourself. You say things, even if they're not true, good things about yourself, and your body will match what you say.
Saw something on Instagram about that this morning.
It's true. Like, I knew it from skateboarding. I just started to believe in myself in a way where it was delusional, and then my body like woke up and became the best skateboarder in Australia because I said it to myself all the time. I prayed for it.
Your thoughts carry so much weight. All
Yeah.
the thoughts that go through your head on a daily basis.
So that's why, just sleeping with everybody is like such a, to me, it's just the road that takes me down, because I want to be a good person. I want to die. I don't want to die. When I die, I want like a lot of people to be there and be like, he was such a good person. He helped me, like Tony Hawk. People talk about him like that, and I want to be a good person. And you can't be a good person if you don't believe you're a good person. And you can't believe you're a good person if you don't tell yourself you're a good person or do good person stuff. And I feel like you go down these little roads, like you cheat, you take a day off, you don't go to the gym. It's little things. You don't go to the gym, you don't do the work, you don't help somebody, you don't show up for somebody. And these little things, those are little ones that are the starter kit to big ones. Like cheating on your significant other or lying to people. It's like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so I won't tell them the truth. Well, sometimes, like the truth, it hurts, but it's good for you. I felt guilty for the longest time about letting somebody go that worked for me. And then I was like, you're not doing the job. $20 for Dave. Dave, DM me on Instagram at Wolfmate. Dave, he's very brave. Wait, he says Tom Cruise.
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz is bananas.
He eats bananas for the shape.
Nice. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Right. Wow, that was a G-rated way to, yeah. Right. Man. I met a scary guy in Vegas.
Yeah, sorry. David, just DM Jason your address on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
The guy that'd been in prison, apparently he was an MMA fighter too, and he was like, if you suck it, it better be for payback or money. Otherwise, it's gay. And I was like, oh, I didn't do that. So I guess you're just calling me gay. I'm like, I saw you on Kill Tony. That's why I came here. And I'm like, okay, I'm scared.
Wait, someone messaged you that?
And said it to my face in Vegas.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then messaged me after it.
Oh, the weird bald guy?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Damn.
HCN 15 to go. Man, HCN is the best, dude. He's so good.
Official treasurer of Horse Force.
Yeah, we need that. What was I saying?
We were just talking about how you need to.
Oh yeah.
Do
So
positive
yeah, you
things.
do bad things, right? Because this is valuable, and I know because I've done it. I've been the best at something, and I've been down the bottom, being a turd. You know, there's a time there where I'm not talented, and I prayed to myself. I talked to myself about how I wanted to be the best skateboarder. And then my buddy, it was in one day, it was in 1 hour, where my buddy just woke up and did stuff that I always imagined that I could do. And I became a guy where nobody cared. And the next day, the local skate shop, the distributor, everybody wanted to talk to me. And then, you know, within 6 months, I think I was going to America. And then off to the dream. There's a thing in Australia called tall poppy syndrome, where if you do well, everybody hates you. So I found that I was being annoying by being cocky because I was still young and didn't understand that, yes, I believed in myself, and because of the way I believed in myself, it got me to where I was. But then because I'm so loud, I would say it in front of people, and people started to hate me because I'd be like, I'm the best. You know what I mean? Like, you can't beat me. As soon as I show up, you're all dust. You know, because I would win street contests, and I didn't even skate street, and easily win the vert contest. And then I found that if I said stuff about, yeah, I'm not that good anyway, or, you know, I suck at this or I suck at that, that it would be more, people would like me more. People that didn't really care about me in the first place.
Yeah, because most people are insecure and don't feel great about themselves. So
Right.
if you are in that pit with them saying, oh, I hate myself, then they like that. I have
Right.
friends like that.
So those are all my
When
friends.
I got sober, weird things happened with my friends.
Yeah, they don't even mean it, but it is maybe jealousy, or I don't know. Maybe, you know, because you're not, when you see somebody fix themselves and you have no interest in doing that to you, then you start to hate them. But anyway, I started saying negative things about myself, and I started becoming worse at skateboarding. And when I started to become worse at skateboarding, it was very difficult for me to handle, so I started using more. Yeah, I broke up with a girl. I started drinking more. You know, I couldn't get paid to be an athlete because skateboarding died. I started drinking more. There was all these little turns where the way I had operated had got me in the dark, and to not know I'm in the dark, I started numbing myself more and more, and to the point where, you know, my talents got me too far, quite frankly. You know, I think there was a lot of contests, a lot of demos where I showed up half me, and they still paid me, still got paid to skate for decades. And I was, you know, people talk about being in a mega ramp. Like, I was the second person to jump a mega ramp. I was washed up, man. Like, in my mind, I wasn't serious. I wasn't skating all the time. I was definitely smoking weed all day, drinking all night, doing bumps. And I was the second person to jump over a 60-foot gap on a skateboard. But was there somebody else on the planet that could have been the second person to jump it? Absolutely. It was just, I was good friends with Danny. He didn't want anyone else there. He also didn't mind having me there because he knew I couldn't beat him. You know, but being in the X Games, jumping big air, I knew it, you know. I was not skating all the time. I was using. It was more for the amount I skate and the amount of using I do. It's pretty crazy that I can jump this gap and not die. That's what I would think. And I was also like, I'm on the radio and I'm in the Mega Ram contest. I used to announce for ESPN, and now I'm back in the contest. Like, all those things were the bits that made it slightly victorious. But really, you know, I didn't even make it into the top 7 because I couldn't even make a ride that I usually could make when I was skateboarding. And that hurt, man. Like, not making it into the final, knowing that I had the ability to make it in the final. I think it happened 3 years in a row where I didn't make it in the final. I was like, you're useless, you know? But it was like, he's funny, so we'll keep sponsoring him. I'm like, that's not good.
And now here we are.
Yeah, well, then, you know, and then the radio show got real big, and I did it again. I got cocky again. I did the same thing.
Life will humble you.
I did the same thing after already learning that hard lesson, that being an egotistical maniac was just totally fine. I'm the best. I'm better than everybody. Get out of my way. What do you mean you can't do it like I can do? What are you, a retard or something? I hurt people. I spoke meanly to people. I was aggressive to people that didn't deserve it. I didn't appreciate the love that I was receiving. I took people for granted. And then I lost it all. And I think a lot of people were happy because they're like, that dude is annoying. Yeah, because not a lot of people came to help when things got bad. And you hear that, you know? You hear that. You can only count on a certain amount of people. People that are there for you through thick and thin. There's not a lot. That's when you know, when you lose it all, that's when you see who your real friends are. Turns out, you know who's my real friends? This is the hardest part. They're dead. You know, because that's who was there for me. You know? Dingo was always there for me. Wouldn't have mattered if I lived in a tent.
Well, he's still there for you. Just on the other side.
Ken Block was there for me too. You know, Ken Block said to me, I was in the car with him once and I was freaking out about the buy stuff because I'm talking about it on the radio. I'm like, I don't know if I get it if you don't want to hang out. And he was like, I don't give a shit who you sleep with, dude. You're you. You know? I'm your friend no matter what. And I was like, whoa. Because I really looked up to Ken, you know? And then Tony Hawk, who was alive. I just realized. But that, when you're going through all this stuff, you know, that's why it was so hard. You know, when Ken died, I was like, oh. You know, and I was still on the kratom. That was the worst. How much
time was in between Ken and Dingo? How much time passed? Like a year?
Yeah. Yeah, because that was at the end of my kratom use. That was I went to Ken's funeral, and I did a bunch of kratom, and then I went to Texas and I did a spot.
Oh, was that when you left the rental car and?
Yeah, I left it in the snow. I lost the keys to it.
You dropped the keys.
I dropped the keys in the snow and didn't know.
Jason has very bad luck with rental cars. I don't know if you guys know that. Did you ever tell the story of the Jeep? How we walked to the airport?
Where it ran out of gas. Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, that was.
That's when I realized that I loved you.
Yes, I remember you telling me that the next day. I was like, okay.
An interesting.
Yeah, because I remember I'm walking behind you just in case if a car hits anybody, it hits me. Because there's no sidewalk and we're walking on a freeway with a lot of bags for a long distance. And I was like,
and
man.
It's 90 degrees.
And I was like, she's keeping it cool. And this is my fault. You know, like we got this, you know, and we don't got this. That's all my fault. And she just sort of stayed cool with it. And I was like, this is somebody, you know, everybody I've ever dated at this point would be flipping out right now. And I take that, you know, when you get, like even last night when she got sad about me using the phone, I was like, old me would be like, oh no, I'm the worst person in the world, you know? But instead I was like, look, do I look at it too much? Absolutely. But like most of the time it's for work, you know? Like, do you want to go on a vacation and not bring a phone? Okay, I'll do it. I don't want it. It's like I just see stuff on there. It makes me write jokes, and I stay up with stuff. And yeah, maybe there's a point. You got a point. Maybe I should stop using it. We are looking at one $20 super chat, which will get you free signed autograph. Man, go at HCN,
Thank
dude.
you.
Check's in the mail, dude. As soon as yeah. Come on, you guys. It's
Yeah,
Sunday.
Horse is better than SNL.
That's ridiculous.
I think
disagree.
SNL sucks these days. I haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but there's no way that that's true. Wait.
I think it's true.
Shane Gillis is on it.
Not permanently.
Right, but he's been on it.
I thought he didn't do it. I thought he backed out or something. Right?
No, he did it. Jason, behind you. Look out. What? I don't understand what that means. Oh, Dingo's behind me? Is that what you're trying to say? You know what I mean, Like, that's something that even when I was high all the time, I still always knew it. I just probably never really stopped to analyze it, Like, my favorite part of doing a Sirius XM show was when Dingo was there. Easily. Because I didn't even realize I was working anymore, I mean, that's kind of like how it was for me when I started. And then when it got bigger and there was more people involved and it was like everyone's listening, then it became like work, Like, how can I beat yesterday, How can I be relevant? How can I be cool? How can I be loved? Because I'm insecure and I think I need people to love me that I don't know. These are things that you realize when you do the work. Dude, can you tell me what happened to Dingo? He OD'd. I mean, you can Google that, right? He took stuff to go to sleep and he didn't wake up. It wasn't like a heroin overdose or anything. It was, took a pill. It was just an accident.
Yeah, I feel like I only have, like 3 friends that I can really count on.
I mean, that's like a thing that everybody says, Like, it's funny, you hear it, it's like a meme, but it's because there's a few things out there that we all have heard, and I think we don't really analyze, we kind of move on with our day, but like, they're just cold, hard facts, It's harder when you see it from a distance, when you've lived it, because I've been popular and everybody liked me and everybody texts me. My phone's blowing up all the time. Can you get me this? Can you get me that? And then I'm not popular and none of those people ever reached out again.
That's crazy.
It's
Oh my God.
It's crazy. And then when it pops off again, because it's going to. That's the other thing. Like, I can't tell. I know that this is not over, Like, there's going to be like a big surge of bullshit again, where comedy becomes this big thing and, I'll go viral for some stupid joke or, and then I'll get a job with another famous person that'll like launch me into this thing where I'm going to look real successful to the outside person. And then those people are going to come back, Man, how have you been, But this time, because of my sobriety and the work that I've done, it doesn't matter who you are, You could be another very famous person. I don't care, I have no interest in that. That's kind of the other thing that, like, I don't think I'll be as big as I could be because I'm not going to say yes to everything, Like, I'm not going to, there's a certain amount here now where, because before it was just like, sky's the limit, I want it all. And now it's, I need enough to rescue a horse.
You got someone to start skating at 32.
Start skating.
Cool.
Like, they never skated before.
They said, you got me to start skating at 32. Thank you.
I don't know if you should thank me for that. You might regret that. No, I don't even think that's old. That's fine. Wait. Sucks just as hard when it happens like that and you have no fame. Fame is stupid. It doesn't mean anything, you know? Like you look cool on Instagram to somebody that doesn't know you. It's not that cool. It's not cool at all. It's a fake. It's like you ever go to a strip club and be like, "Man, all the ladies like me here." It's the same as that. People like you because they think they can get something from you. They don't like you. You know, I'm not saying it's weird because someone can be like, "I'm a fan. I love you, dude." I'm like, "You don't know me." You know, I'm not saying you don't love me. You know, I think Brad Pitt is cool, man. I love Brad Pitt. I don't know Brad Pitt. You know, like if Brad Pitt died tomorrow, you know, who would I be more sad about? Brad Pitt dying or Rumblebean? You got to be joking me. You know, like think about that, you know? Like what is important in your life? It's the people that you have around you that really love you and that you really love them. And you can't really love somebody if you're half on the planet. And they can't really love you. They don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. You haven't stripped yourself down. And we all do it. We're all running, you know? We're all running from stuff.
You know, I feel like I got not annoying, but when I stopped drinking and started to like see the light, I guess, my advice to my friends or to like anyone was like, stop drinking.
Yeah.
Remove that from your life and you like a lot of your problems will disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, there's that and then
but it's
there's
so hard.
Yeah. I mean, not all your friends, but you know.
I mean, I have a few friends that definitely should not drink.
You are from an area where it's just like everybody does it. So if you live in that area and you don't go out of that area, which also I've noticed a lot of those people that live in that area don't go out of that area, they don't know anything else. So they're like, what are you talking about? This is what we all do. Everybody else is doing fine. Everybody else is doing fine. Yeah, and then they call their friends and bitch about their life. So how's that fine? You know, on Instagram I look happy, and then I call my friends late at night and bitch about how much I hate this or hate that.
Yeah, it's weird and toxic.
It's just what people do. Everybody does it. You know, small town, big town, famous people, not famous people. We're all bitching, backstabbing. You know, until you strip yourself down. What are you? What do you care about? What is really important? And when you're younger, it's so hard to do that. You know, it's like if I smoke, I could get lung cancer. Well, when you're 25, you ain't getting lung cancer tomorrow. You know, you think you're gonna get it when you're 80, so you worry about it when you're 80. But you already smoked for the last 50 years. You weren't worried about it then. My book helped you with sobriety. What? Because I look like such a tool that you were like, holy cow, man, I'm going to get sober. Because I don't know what I was talking about.
Look how cute Jibble Cheeb looks.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. Yeah, I'm here to help with that stuff, you know. And if you were serious about it, I would be too. I've just noticed that most people that are looking to get sober are not as serious as they say. You know, you can talk about it, you can say that I've been struggling and I need help, and then I'll give you advice, and then you say, yeah, but the thing is, you know, or next week, or I've been to a meeting, it didn't really help. I'm like, it's not, you know, that's like saying, you know, I want to be a good skateboarder. I've been to a skate park and I didn't get good in one day. You know, it takes work, it takes time, monotony, you know, where you go to, you know, you go there and nothing happens. You might have actually got worse and you got hurt. You had the worst day ever.
That, what's his name? Brandon Novak, is that his name?
Yeah.
And he's sober. I saw a clip of him on
Yeah.
Instagram, and he said routine saved his life.
Yeah. And he was a mess. He apologized to me a while back.
Oh, did you guys have like a weird falling out? Or
He was on he was on Bam's radio show, and they were all of a sudden just flipped and hated me because my show got bigger. That's my reason. They were like, we're cooler than you, and that's true. They were cooler than me, but I was doing actual radio 5 days a week, and they were just like wasted 1 hour a week, and my show got bigger. And then all of a sudden it was like, Ellis is this, Ellis is that, and I was like, wait, what? I thought you and me were friends, Bam, And it was kind of Novak that was pushing it. And I was like, I'll fuck you up, dude. And then that's when Bam said something about Andrea.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's when I was going to drive to his house and open those dudes' heads up. Ellis, mate, when I'm in the drugs, I listen
Down in the dumps.
Oh, I listen. Can you do the rest?
I listen to Awesome World, and I have a giggle. Thanks for some funny moments.
Oh. But yeah, all those dudes got sober. The sooner you get sober, the less struggle it is. But also, like Steve-O's sober. That dude was, man, I was like, there's no way. There's certain people, they go so far, they're never going to come back. And he is fully sober. And kicking ass. He's kicking ass. At one point, I think some people would have him on just to be like, look at this train wreck. But you didn't want to be too attached. You needed like a team of people around you so that you could get him out of there. Like you wouldn't want to have him at your house because he would never leave. He'd like smoke your television. He was so far gone that it was scary. And then he's just like sober as all hell. So is it $15?
$15. That's all we need.
It's just like 3 people do a $5 donation.
Been here for an hour or so.
And we're saving horses. We're saving a horse. Maybe this show gets really big and I just start a thing where I got a ranch and I just rescue horses. Think about that. Because horses know like we know. And I know you can be like, well, why don't you save a human? And I'm like, yeah, touche. Maybe I will. Maybe, when things get better, maybe I would. Maybe I would do that too. Because that's pretty cool. But to me, maybe because I'm white, I don't know. Well, that's already sounding racist as hell, but we've already officially established that I am. I just would be, I think it's because I'm older. I wouldn't want to take care of a child if I was in any kind of financial trouble. Boom!
Woo!
Boom! Boom! You guys are...
Thanks, you guys.
You guys are crazy. Following the racist cowboy. But I'll tell you right now, I love being white. My skin is shiny. It's like a shooting star. And all those other... Oh, my God.
Oh my God. Am I dating a racist? What's happening here?
My cat skin is white. My horse is white, and I'm white, and my girlfriend is white. We are very shiny. We are very smart. Other brown people. My car is pink, 'cause we're all pink on the inside. But if you're white on the outside, you carry that with pride.
Oh my God. Dang, you guys. Oh my God. Okay.
Dave's got lots of money. 'Cause Dave is a white guy. And that is funny. Casey is white. We are full of pride. We took over this town and made cool buildings and shit. We invented airplanes and we invented cars. And if it was for the natives, we'd still be riding Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I have a tear coming out of my eye right now. I love you guys. I got to get some new beds.
Some new beds.
Beds, like the music.
Oh.
I feel like if I do this show for like the next 10 years, people will be like, dude, do you got another beat? Because it's like, come on. Wow. That is truly amazing. You guys are amazing. You guys, make sure you have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself.
Do something nice for yourself.
Say something nice to yourself. You know? Because look what you've done for me. This show, I'm serious. This means a lot. Because if it works, nobody helped me. You know, it was just like this little thing that I did, and it was like Sam was like, "You should go live." Okay, so Sam helped. You know, Jules was helping, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not like a corporate. No one was like, "Do this and you do that and you do." You know, if I build this is kind of like the Serious show where it was like, I'm gonna build this into a thing, and people were like, "Dude, you're a DJ. Shut up." And then it became a monster. If this becomes a monster,
that would be awesome,
right? And then it's like. You know, like I'm so close to making it. Yeah, if it makes it, and I have like a place where if I have this and this works, like Jules and I can travel. You know, we could move. We could move somewhere where it isn't that expensive. Where you could have, you know, I could move to Utah, and live next to Lucy, and like ride horses all day. Hell, I'll sell insurance. I'll just work at X Insurance. And
what's
do
going
this
on
show.
with that, by the way?
Well, it's me. I've got to call Rick and say, "Hey, man, like, what can I do?" But you know, I haven't, so it's my fault. What do you mean? What's going on with that? You're the one. You didn't. You could have.
Well, I gave up.
You did.
No, I thought you were supposed to like do content for them or something. I don't know.
I was gonna make a video with Rick about how I can sell insurance because nobody believes that I actually sell insurance. I guess I could mention it now, but I doubt it. But look, if you do need insurance, there's certain things where you're just not going to get insurance and X Insurance will cover it. But then there's normal insurance that they do that is like way more expensive than normal insurance, probably 3 times as much, close to, than like the real cheap places. But if something happens, you get everything. And it's crazy sad that's like that's a thing, you know? Like, if your house is destroyed and you ask for insurance, like the person that called said they got a kid and their house got flooded and now they're in like a janky hotel. If you had X Insurance, they would give you a new house to live in. They would take care of it. They would fix it. You would be compensated to the teeth.
That's kind of like you pay for... Or you get what you pay for.
Right, but we all think, I am guilty of it too. I get the cheapest insurance and I just pray that we don't have to use it because of the legalities of having to have insurance. But, you know, if you need it and you can afford it, if I had the money, I wouldn't have it. Everything I had would be insured by them because this cool feeling where I know that if you steal it or it breaks, they just give you another one. The end. No calling people. Like, that's the other thing. The dude that owns it, he'll call you. You know? Like, you think freaking guy, the owner of Geico is going to call you? Like, you can't even talk to a person that's like 100 under him, let alone the guy. He'll call you and be like, "What is it? Where are you? How much do you need? I'll fly there right now and give it to you hand to hand." Like, that dude's gnarly like that. He also cannot stop talking about it. But that shows you, man. Like, you know, tell the Tony Hawk, you think he's going to mention skateboarding? Yeah. Because that's kind of, you know, that's what he is. That's what he does. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. 8:30 in the morning. Have an awesome rest of your weekend.
Bye.
Respects.